So welcome back again to another tutorial. We're gonna start all over, and this video is for myself to remember exactly the right way to do it because the other tutorials are getting obsolete and old. For one last time, I'm gonna talk about furniture. I will try to cover everything I did not cover in the first video. So this will be part one, part two, and this is the last part. So I will try to cover possibly everything you will face on the road. So let's get started. The first problem we have with the new IMView and the new Blender and the new everything is new is the when you click on furniture and you go, you have the right directions. Okay, here we have the chair is facing like this. Okay, but if you try to do you have your own room or something and you try to load your room, the chair is facing another direction. See, so you have to decide whether you have a stable room for you or the default room. I don't like the default room because it's too bright. Okay, look, let's start another project. Boom. I'm gonna try to not make the video as big as it should be, but yeah, you see the difference? Here the chair is facing away from here. So this is the default. The second thing is when you remove and apply, you still have a sitting pose. This sitting pose is a bug. Okay, it's just a bug. I can see it in here. And debug number two here. Let me zoom in for people who does really care about what is the problem. The problem is that the skeleton still have his XSF. Okay, this is the old trash that IMView is keeping as a legacy, but the solution is as you import your products, that will be fixed. This will be reset because it's the in here you can override. They will automatically override it, so they will remove it and put something else instead. And the second thing is if you want to do this from a empty drivable, because this is the professional way of doing everything on iView. Everything we start from empty, but I don't know why, but people they are going with the female clothing. I don't know. You can go with male clothing, but I grew up in the old community, and the old community does go with female clothing. So I'm going to choose female clothing. Oh, yeah. Look at the difference in here. So when you go to configuration, you will have a lot of things to be done here, but in this panel, we have attachment node is a furniture floor, and you can see that on the debugging. When you come here, you can see here attachment node furniture floor. Okay, so in the empty, if you want to copy exactly as this, you can copy the entire room and make it as a trigger. Well, once you play the trigger, the room appears. That's how we know exactly what. That's why they keep it in there. They are not keeping it for you to work on it. They're keeping it just for you to be able to copy this. Okay, those informations like pattern ID compatibility and the floor name, etc. You're gonna see this as I upload my projects. You're gonna see the information changes in here, the configuration panel. Sometimes the debug can say things and explains what is going on really behind the scene. Empty project is very advanced. Okay, empty projects you can do accessories and you can do things, but when you talk about furniture, like you really to understand what is going on. So we're gonna leave the empty panel, the empty as I said from here, empty derivables. Okay, so the empty derivables you can make music, you can make clothes, you can make accessories, you can make everything. Okay, but you need to understand each panel what it's doing. Okay, you have to understand. That's why we're not gonna explain furniture with that panel. We're gonna explain just with the basics, but good to know that there is something in there. I am sick of them. I keep clicking yes unconsciously. Okay, so yeah, as I said, if you work with this, and then you have to, I don't know, maybe select the this crazy chair and do like this. And yeah, every time for you to have the same outcome. Here, as I said, when we import our FBX, it will be operating, and then the girl will be standing here, and that will be disappearing. Even if we delete the mesh, the as you see here, the XSF is still in there, so we can add our own XSF. Okay, this is what they were talking about, but I'm not gonna talk about it here in this video. Maybe in private, if you talk to me in private, I'm gonna explain more. So, editor, uh, you have to choose, but because I don't like confusion, like rotating around things, maybe when I get things right, then I can play with the room. So I will close the room too. Just still letting you know. Adding rooms, it will make things more complicated than it already is. People that doesn't care, I know, but when you get to serious things, you will have problems. Back to the real job, because AmView is not a job. AmView is just a market. Okay, this is a market field. But the real job, when you have people will ask you to do things for them, here is the yeah, here is the real skills when it comes to skills. But in the panel, what is the panel? The panel is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, like eight panels and three buttons. So here you have to test everything by heart, okay? Test everything because you have just 12 options. Here you have infinite options. You have to focus in this place. Yeah. First of all, my first comment, when you select this part, a mess gonna appear in the list, okay? We have three routes, floor and etc. But to make the tutorial fun to learn, I will change my strategy. Okay, we're gonna choose the ceiling. Choose the ceiling, G for grab, and go up. Okay, this is the ceiling. So the bone, the node, the invisible cube, whatever you wanna call it, is looking upwards. Okay, that is a roof. Here is the ceiling. That's mean the top of the room. So I will gonna make it looks like a ceiling, because AmView did not do that because they are afraid of us doing things that should not be done. So they are playing the mime language with us, like clowns. They are trying to explain without explaining. So when you tell them, "Hey, you did not explain this," no, we did. Yes, you did, of course, but you are within the knobs. Like when I was a beginner, okay, I have to fix this. So to fix this distance in here, you go N like Nord and view, and the first option you have to leave this as it is. But here we added a zero. Okay, added a zero, boom, and problem is solved. You click N again as a Nord to hide the panel. Control space to show and hide. If you don't need this, and I'm sure you don't, you click T like teapot. Okay, T. So yeah, control space to show this. This is very important to keep to survive on Blender. Yeah, I don't like the ceiling, but let's call it a ceiling. Now we're gonna select more. As I said, control space. If you get confused, you can expand this because we don't need this view. When I need it, you can control space and boom. So yeah. By the way, if you want to create another window, because creators do need that in the future, I think you click on Shift, no, Control, no, Alt, middle mouse button, no, yeah, right click. Okay. Right click, vertical split and horizontal. You can do vertical, you can do horizontal, but I do vertical. Every split have its own utility. So you can have two screens when you control space in this one, control space to get out. You move your mouse, control space in this one, and control space to get out. and you can get rid of it again. Right click, okay, and join area, and then you click which place you want to get rid of. You want to get rid of this place, okay, boom, we get rid of it. Yeah, keep in mind, right click, split vertically, and don't forget to control space every time. Right click, control space. This is how we survive in this world. Blender wall. Okay, let's take it. We're gonna first view. If you want to see from the front view, right view. If you want another view, like the front is number one. If you want from behind, you do control number one. Now is behind. Right is three, number three. But if you want to see from the other side, is control number three. Now you see from this. So we have one, three, control three. Control is the opposite. So one, where is the wall? Three, it is behind. So G, grab in x-axis. This is the y, so we're gonna go y. So y-axis. Now we're gonna. There is another problem. When the roots, those roots, they were stuck to the center of the scene. I did notice that in eye view. If you change anything, the smallest details you change is gonna be a huge effect on this preview. So you have to like this. I did reach this place. We're gonna save the project, but not save directly. No, you're gonna save as, and maybe here you're gonna do we are not trying to work with it or anything, but we're gonna do V1. Okay, V1, save, and then as long as you go moving, you keep moving, say V1, V2, V3, V4, and then you can every stage. So when you mess up something or you see that huge difference in here and you realize what you did wrong, it's easy for you to get, and that's how they do it. I did see a really grown man, big skills. They have a huge skills in this field, and this is the way they were working. So this is the wall. As I said, we can scale it on the x-axis, boom, boom, boom. But I want you to notice something. As we are scaling this, we have the scale messed up. So like this, we have 9, we can do 10, we can do 1, boom. It's like if you did nothing. And that's what's going to happen in the real world. Here, it will not see the changes as the scale should be 1. It's the scale of everything. So now we're going to, because I did it by purpose, now I'm going to go 1 and 1 and 1. Yeah. And now I'm going to show you the real way to scale it. You have to go to the edit mode. Here, objects, edit mode, or you can tab, press on tab. But we are not gonna zoom from the roots. The roots, we are just keeping the roots moving because we don't wanna mess with the position of the mesh. But when you want to scale things, as I said, you click on tab or you go here and click. You have to select the mesh and go to edit mode or click on tab. So period or dot near the because I have a big keyboard. I don't have the small keyboard. I have the big one. So when I click on a press period, let's use the dot. So then we have to do X, Y, and then no, we are make sure that you are in a edit mode. So X, Y, right click, left click to cancel, but S, X, Y, X, Y, and then scale with S, and you can press on X axis. Sometimes X is to go horizontally, X, Y. To go vertically is Z. When you click Z, you go horizontally. I forgot to show you the top view. If you want to see things from the top, you click number 7, and then control number 7 to see from down. Okay. I'm glad that IMView did not make the girl looks bad from the bottom. Okay. Boom, X, Y, boom, because we are on YouTube, YouTube rules. Yeah, I don't care as long as I did not do it by purpose. Yeah, one, two, three, one, two, three. So, boom. I'm in edit mode. Yes, I am in edit mode. What do you notice? You notice even we scale it, the scale is still on 1 because we are scaling it on the edit mode. Now everything is clear about scaling. We're going to S on the Z axis. No, I did not accept it. So we're going to cancel. Yeah. The new IM view. I didn't misclick on the new Blender is really heavy. Okay, the blue Blender, the new Blender is really heavy. Like too much options, too much options, too much options, and it's still not testing every option. I'm sure there is a million mistake per second. So if you click something here or there, you lose everything. Okay, you're gonna lose everything. So that's why I'm telling you like this. Now I am messing things up. So yeah, I have no idea why this happened to me. Yeah, you have to select everything. So select everything. You come here, select everything is A. Okay, A to select everything. Non Alt A. Alt A to select one. But now we're gonna go A. But you can do it with the keyboard to select all the vertices in here. So yeah, without being confusing, this is a vertex mode. So you can select the vertices like this. Okay, can show you what I mean. You can select vertices with this mode. Okay, when you have this mode on, those are what we are selecting. When you select the faces, so you can select the whole entire face like this. So you don't need to. But if you select vertices and you select one, two, three, four, and it forms a face, then the face will be selected. But when you deselect one, you deselected only three of them, that will not make a face. And that's why you may someday need edges to select only two of them like this. You select only the edge, shift, and then another edge, and then maybe you can click shift and this edge. And this we use this on texture. Like in the texture, you click U or go to unwrap. You find unwrap somewhere. Yeah, it's on the UV. Okay, UV unwrap. But I just click U and mark seam. Like here, mark seam. Now the three edges are being marked on the texture. Later, when you unwrap like this, unwrap, you can select everything, and unwrap. You see now the texture is cut from the places I did tell it to mark seam. The places I marked the seam on it, and you can mark other seams like to make every face unique like Amview did. You want to select all the faces like this. And this click A, like select and A, okay? Or A, select or A. Now you can mark all the seams. To be faster, we're gonna give F3. F3 is the menu. They have every option in the application. When you click F3, you can have it in here. So here we're gonna mark. You just click mark, and then every mark you can have here. We want mark scene, so we're gonna mark it again. You're gonna unwrap. You have to unwrap it again. Click U on a keyboard or just unwrap like this, and we'll see the changes. If you want to see exactly what is going on, you have to horizontal, vertical splits. Okay, vertical split, and you can here you can change to any mode you want. We'll go to UV because there where the texture exists. UV. Now you see the UV map. Okay, we select everything. When you move things here, should be move on. Okay, one A. So when you move things here, it this is really the texture. Okay, we can do intelligent unwrapping like smart UV project. And they tell me on the tutorial that in the margin you have to do 0.01. Okay, and then okay, now we have a margin maybe 0.1. Yeah, you can play with it. Now we have a different Smitho. You can select this. Click L, L, L like a little. Okay, L. So L to select everything. Now you cannot see it on the screen because this is not the face we are facing for now. This is not the face. But if we select something that we are facing, like face mode, and select this face, now you can see which face we are playing with. When you select this face, and this is very important for texturing. You can stretch it, like scale it, like this, and you can do a lot of things like scale it on the x-axis, but that will mess with the stretching. Okay, will mess with the stretching. The best way to do it is to move the whole thing and search for whatever you want. And if it's too big like this, Me, I did not measure it right, so it is about measurement. So you have choice. If you want to stretch the mesh, you can stretch the mesh. Else, you're gonna measure it before you put it in, and that's another topic, how you make the right things. But now I give you the door. The door is open now. Anyone who wants to play with this, now you know how to do it. So we're not gonna join, but we're not gonna, this is for splitting and this is one joining. So now you're gonna go bye bye. We don't need you. So yeah, now you understand marking seams and the modes and everything. As I said, this is a very extended tutorial. It will try to cover everything possible that you may be facing. So S for the scale, Z on the Z axis, make this thing thinner, and now it's the wall turn. But I like to select from here for me to never make a mistake. Wall, as you can search for here, you can do wall, and you have everything that have a wall on it, including the mesh. So wall, what I want is exactly the bones, but all I see is a mesh, 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 mesh. But here is the roots. The roots, what do we have in the roots? We have the everything else, but yeah, it is not parented. Why? Hmm. You cannot see it with my eye. I know it is parented in here, but in here, okay. So root wall, blah blah blah. You see? Yeah, I think modified. Ah, now I can see more. Yeah, so why earlier I cannot see? Let's do it again. Wall. Yeah, see? Because they are showing only the things that have wall on it. Yeah, that's why. So yeah, I try to avoid this is not perfect. Okay, this is a lie. So yeah, root, blah blah blah. We're gonna select the roots. No, we are not playing with the roots here. We are playing with the mesh. So the block wall mesh. Yes, but we are still in edit mode. Oh my god, what I did. Okay, we're gonna go to object mode. Now we are selecting, yeah, the right yeah, item already. So this is the wall. We are not gonna explain much on it because we already know how to do it. S for scale, X for the choosing the X or Y for horizontal, X or Y always. But when it comes to vertical, it's always Z axis, so X, Y, Z. Okay, now the floor, not, but the floor is another game. Why? Because they have the route that I want. Right? Totally, you are forced to use, but I want to use, and that's why I leave it there. So the route is showing is in point zero. If you come here, zero 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 zero, and the scale. I tell you, the scale is always one. But here, when you say zero zero zero, this means it is centered to the world, and that's what exactly I'm looking for. So this is good for parenting to get rid of those roots confusion. So we have a clean tree as we use it to have with the IMView Classic. You gonna just select those two in first, and then select the last roots. That's mean we want to parent those two. We're gonna parent them to this one. So instead of have three, we'll have only one. So Control P. We don't care. We can keep transform. Now you see there is a tiny line that it shows that those are linked somehow. So, but now if I move this one, you see the other routes, this route and this route is moving with me. Honestly, you have to get rid of those routes. You have to delete this one and delete this one and delete the mesh with it. Okay, you have to delete everything here. All what we care about is this route and those positions. Those positions and these rules. This is the only thing we care about. We don't care about those two things. See? Let's see if it is 000. Yes, it is 000. Okay, so this is the floor, the real floor. The cube maybe doesn't look like floor, so to make you never get too fearless. To be fearless, we're gonna play with it too, like edit mode and scale on the Z axis. Oh wait, we're gonna select everything. Select all the vertices. We are playing with faces. That's not good. We're gonna select vertices. Select all the vertices. Scale on Z, and now you're gonna see a thing that the the mesh, when you deform the mesh, a lot of things gonna happen. First of all, this gonna go up and etc etc. That's not what we want. So what we're gonna do for this time, we're gonna do something different for never be boring. Do something different. We're gonna select a face. Okay, select a face, and we can, you know, uh, G and Z. Okay, G and Z. Honestly, in the past, they have an axis here. You can click and go down. You have axis. I don't know how I did remove it or they did upload or, but I'm glad I have the things in my head. Maybe from here they do like this. Click to use, press it, preview. I'm not gonna search for that, but honestly, I am missing an axis. When you click on the axis and you go down and up with your mouse, I don't have it. I will search for it later. But here I am fine. I'm working without it. It's good for my eyes. It's only was bothering. Yeah, good for beginners. But once you learn that, yeah. So the floor. Be careful with the floor, okay? Must be careful with the floor. You are only gonna go to the first view and make sure it is here said front, okay, and orthographic is number 5. We click 5 perspective, which is the 3D, and orthographic, which is the industrial design. So shift middle mouse button, and now we can see exactly, to make it exactly match the top of the roof, and we're gonna export this. We're gonna save it and export it just to know if the dimensions are exactly what we are doing. So yeah, this will stay in the center. Those two are the roof and the seat. What I was trying to do is to make a box in here and make the girl looks like it's climbing on the top and sitting on the top as the male will be sitting on the floor. So we're gonna do that. Without any further delay, we're gonna go and export, but first we have to select what we want to export. So what do we want to export? We're gonna make sure we are in object mode and we're gonna select everything, but then we're gonna deselect with a double click, double click, shift click, let me shift click. Yeah, okay. So when it does not have, don't do double click, just do one click and then added the second click slowly. Do not do double click. I did a mistake. Do not do double click. Do just one click. Okay, just one click. And yeah, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. This is how the way focus. I just keep counting. So we have the roof selected, wall selected, the avatars deselected with shift, double click, but there is a delay between the clicks. Yeah, the route is selected, everything is selected. This is perfect. Okay, I'm still did not parent everything. I just parent. What did I parent? For sake of the tutorial, I will show you something. Alt A to deselect or com select and non Alt A. Okay, so look. So before we go exporting, it's good to tell you something. If you scale the invisible scaling, this will scale too, but that's another topic. Look, if you move this avatar alone or you move this cube alone, nothing will follow with it. The only thing we did that we did get rid of those two roads. We get this first road and the second road. We parent it to this one. So just when we're moving this one, everything moves with it. This is the real parenting purpose in life. Why they do parenting? For you to don't touch the meshes. You touch just the roots and everything moves with it. But as you see, when you touch the standing pose for this woman, it is move with it. Look at this one. It moves with it. Why? Because I did select the woman and select the cube and I did control P and I did object or keep transport. We don't care because that will not go with us. It will not go with us to iView. So yeah, now if I click this, the woman stay with it, right? Yeah, and if I click this, the man stay with it. If I click this, I just click the mesh. See, that's why they do parenting. Click this, boom. Okay. So this is the initial state. I want to save it, but I don't like the roof and etc etc etc. But yeah, let's save it. This one. We're gonna call it save as. We're gonna call it the version 1. Okay, let's start clean and fresh. So again, select everything, shift, and now shift. Look very carefully. We'll go to shift. You click first time, it become yellow. Then you wait and click the second time, and you wait. We don't care if it's keep playing on you. That means something behind. It's clicking something behind. So make sure nothing is behind. So like this, shift, click, it becomes yellow. Another click, it disappears. Shift, click, it becomes yellow. Another click with the shift, it disappears. So that's how do you deselect one mesh or two, and you leave the rest. Now you're gonna go export as FBX furniture nodes. I already have an FBX ready for that, and you can go to view. Now, as I said, this sitting pose will be removed as you import a new project because it was just a bug. Okay, it was a mistake. Now they will say 8 bones, but 3 meshes, but all the bones are attached to all the meshes. You see that? Zero skeleton is there for nothing. Everything is in place. If you have here one or two or three, you know that you did not the roots and the bones you did not do very well. So the three objects configure. Of course, we may have a texture problem. They say, hey, do you have a texture problem? Yes, I do have a texture problem, but I don't care because I don't care about the texture right now. Right now, just focusing on how to really, I did notice also another thing. Look here, and we're gonna do it both ways. Here they do a minus y. I was expecting a y, but they see a minus y. Why here they put number one and they put minus y by default? So if we change 0.01, and then we have to change this one too because IMView tell us to put this scale to apply this scale, but they did not talk about the axis. And this is why I don't like the tutorials from. So I have a minus y. You try keep playing with this. This one is good. The z axis is good because it's not a minus. But this you have to keep playing with it until you find exactly what you are looking for. Sometimes, not every day, but for me, for the confusion of my eyes, I'm gonna remove that default. I hate to remove somebody's default things, but hey, this is not good for my eyes. Okay, they talk about texture here. They say you don't have texture. I don't care. Apply changes. You see, as I remove the y, the minus y, we have this. Let's add the room. Add the room. Now we have this. So the y, the thing that minus y have really works. Now I have the opposite of what we have because I don't want to. I do minus y because I work from this room. Because I work from this room. Look at the mess. The every single thing is colored because I did unwrap this what I'm talking about. I did unwrap here. The UV editing unwrap object. This is the UV map panel. The UV, where is the UV? I have to be in edit mode, right? Yes, the UV unwrap and UV smart UV unwrap, all the seamless mark seam as F3 when you click F3, mark seam or anything you write in here, you're gonna find it. So that is the reason why we did miss with the texture. I don't care about the texture. Really, honestly, I don't care about the texture. But as you see, the roof is in the real dimension. Even don't worry about the texture. I can reset that. I can get right of it, and yeah. So maybe it will show the truth later. So yeah, let me see here what we have. We have the normal spots, blah blah blah. Yeah, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. So yeah, apart from the texture, I'm proud. I like it. Apart from the texture and the y-axis, when I flip from negative y to just y, for me to have a good view in this room. If you want to have good view in the other room before we get in here in this one, Let me see what all categories. Where is the default row? Okay, that's another problem when you lose the default row. What is this? View message that will be disappear because I have this cleaner already have notification local. I'm in local. Where is the notification? Product notification, local storage. Okay, I don't see any notification here. But hey, what happened? Did I miss anything? Okay, I think it's silent. So yeah, I'm gonna restart that. Yeah, deleting notification. See now? Yeah. So now when I press that one, boom, there is nothing. It's gone because I did already see it. Yeah. Um, I want to make sure that I am recording and I make sure that the cleaner is working. So the cleaner is working and the record is working. That's good. Everything is working. Yes, it's good. Can get rid of this because we need process power. Yeah. So now we are ready for the second part, which is advanced. Now the basic blue. You have your object here. Yay, you can do yay. But for sake of perfection, we're gonna open the same project but without a room for us to see the real test both of them. We're gonna test the minus and we're gonna test the other one. So as I said, even if you remove this mesh and apply, you still have the sitting pose, but be not afraid because once you load for the FBX you already have, of course they will ask you for yeah, as I said, it's clean as when except from the texture because I did really mess bad with the texture. Both all three of them are red as the default I'm view setting. They make us always type here 0.01 to differentiate between the real developers and the fake developers. So minus y because we are not in any room. So minus y exports. Yeah, boom boom boom. Apply changes always. Yeah, so now we have the correct vision on all the rooms, and you have to test that in the real world. And but what the real world I mean, your room, and you go test on many other rooms for your product to be perfect. And that the testing means you every day you have to pass from the same review again review. The review takes time, so yeah, until you find the right way, and then maybe you're gonna save here, maybe you're gonna save here your product, and you come here and you document exactly the settings here. You're gonna document everything for you to never do the same thing again and again and again. So if you want to do it one time, then you have to somehow document it and save it for you to be as a preset. Okay, they call it a preset in the programming field. So yeah, but except from the preset, I don't have a preset for this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are making the preset. Okay, so we are making the preset, and I'm not sure that this is will be your favorite preset, but you can improvise, do creative, be creative, and do. Feel free to explore the way you feel like it. Yeah. So as I said, the floor is it's in place. So for me to be standing here like a woman does. There is no place to sit. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other way because my eyes hurt. Yeah, we're gonna click here because the creator we're gonna create from here and we're gonna see it here. So now there is no woman can stand here and no man can sit in here. So we have to now we're gonna improvise. We're gonna do beautiful things with the blender we already have. Back to the mesh. I'm gonna do just a little select everything with A. Oh, we are in edit mode with for everyone. Oh, I'm gonna select the mesh and enter to the edit and deselect Alt A. Oh, wow, somebody's angry. Okay, now control alt A to. I thought that my WhatsApp is closed. How come they can see me or I can see them? Or I don't know. Okay, so yeah, um, I think WhatsApp is running in WhatsApp is running here. In gestion de tâches. Okay, we're gonna find WhatsApp W. Hmm. It was from an inactive process. It was sleeping. So the WhatsApp is sleeping. People see me online maybe, but I didn't. I don't think because I was using WhatsApp in here. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, go back to the topic. We're gonna scale x, and we're gonna then scale on a y. Scale on a y. Now we have a proper proper floor. Without like I said here, we have an example here. Like you see, this is that. Ah, yeah. This is why I do without. I do the mesh without the bones. I do the mesh without handlers because I want to see what's going on here. So the first thing I noticed the texture is messed up, and the other thing is that this is not a floor. This is like above the floor. Okay, so we're gonna fix that first. If you want to make this as a floor or as a sub floor, okay. So yeah, we will find why it is doing that. So we're gonna come here. We're gonna select. This one, and then we're gonna zoom very well and see what's going on. So what is going on? Yeah, what is going on is that this half of the is on the top. So this is exactly where the floor is. So for us to, you know, we're gonna not select everything, but we're gonna select just this face. We're gonna go to select this mesh. Okay, we select the mesh. Make sure we select the right mesh, and then on the face mode, select this face. Okay, I lost my mouse. Select face. Go GZ and go down. Hoppa. Okay. Still, we have like, let me fix that here. We still have this visible part from the floor. Okay, we have this visible. You can make this same as this, but I'm not gonna make myself too much confused. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select everything. I'm gonna scale on the GZ, and we're gonna try to slide it down slightly like here. Okay, so I want what I want. I want this number six. I want number six or whatever the other numbers is. I want this number to be visible. But hey, they told me something here about the texture that hey, the texture is not the same. You are missing some UV wraps, etc. So yeah, don't know why. Maybe change the name and solve the problem is solved. Right? See? Yeah, we're gonna go to object mode. Uh, go to material. Here we're gonna block zero. We can do like block like one. Okay, boom. Problem solved. And we can click this one. Block zero. You can do block two, and this block zero. You can do block three. Okay. Now the name are resolved. Later we're gonna fix the texture, but yeah, just for the test. So as you see, now we have a floor, the real one. What we want to do is we want to link those to the roots. Okay. So yeah, because when you link those to the roots and then you duplicate from them, they will inherit the parenting. But if you duplicate before you parent, they will not inherit it automatically. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna select those cubes, but in a fast way. Let's see how to do it in the fastest way possible. Okay, let me see. So this view is good. Okay, okay. This view is good. We're gonna select here, everything. This. Of course, we're gonna be selecting this by mistake, but we're gonna shift, first click, and second click. Okay. Okay. Now what? Okay, wait. I'm gonna pause because somebody needs me. They said, okay, okay, okay. Wait. I don't know. Okay, problem is fixed. Um, Somebody was needing papers. I was telling me, hey, do you have papers? And I see that message. The first message, the angry woman. I can ignore the angry woman, but I cannot ignore somebody is needing my help. So I did pause the video. I did go and help that person, and I'm back. So yeah, that was just for a few seconds. It was not too much. So yeah, I did select, as I said, everything is selected very good. Now the second part, you have to position yourself very strategically and without touching anything. That is the hard part. So we're gonna shift. Don't forget about the shift, and we're gonna click shift, select those. But now we have two meshes. One shift click, and then shift click and shift click. So yeah, now we have only the bones. Ah, yeah, you have the woman too. Okay, well, I'm gonna be careful. Okay, one shift and one click. So two clicks for every shift. We're gonna the last. So now what we did select? We select the sitting pose, and this is where the yellow mark. You know, when the yellow mark, you click on it to the handler and the picture and yeah, those names never get in my head. But I understand the rules. I just the names is hard to keep up with. The handler and the pitcher. Okay, handler and the pitcher. And the roots. The roots I already know because it's all in every game. But the pitcher and the handler. Okay. So yeah. Now that we have selected all those babies, we can parent them to the roots. But I'm telling you something. This is not healthy to do at all because this is just randomly parenting. Those are not meshes. Those are very complicated logic behind. Okay, so what you're gonna do? We're gonna do it the right way. It's not the way. I know that this is the way you're gonna do it. No, no, no. First of all, you're gonna do this only in one condition if they are not parented. But as you see, when you click this cube and you move, it is parented by default from IMView. IMView already parented them, so we don't need to select everything. We just select the big ones, the big square and the big square. If you come here, you're gonna see the name, the seat 01 and the seat 02 standing. So this is the seat in. I'm gonna zoom in for you. Okay, this is the mistake. You have only okay. Go down. You have only big square, sit two standing and sit one sitting. So the one sitting and the two standing. We don't need to select. I'm gonna control space and zoom back way back. Yeah, you see now what I mean? It sits 01, sit 02. And the 01 is for sitting and 02 is for standing. Before you copy anything, you don't copy anything. You need to parent first. Parent. But we are not going to parent everything. Okay? We're not going to parent everything. So we're going to select this one, and then select the root and Control P and keep transform, as they say in the tutorial. And that's it. Now when you click to make sure that everything is done properly, when you click the root and you move it, there is nothing left in there. And that's the point from parenting. Thank you. I'm done. So yeah, for me to go somewhere else, we're gonna select everything. Shift, select, and select again to deselect the woman. But sometimes there is something behind her. So shift, select, and select again. Shift, select, and select again. So yeah, boom. File, boom, export, boom, FBX, boom, are done. Yeah, all what you need to do here, yeah, first of all, we're gonna come here and remember when you are in a room, you must sure it is it I y or a minus y or a positive y. So as always, we have 18 poems. Okay, zero of them has been ignored. Okay, I mean this is clean, the cleanest bone structure you can ever see or have, and you understand now. They say that eyebrow, skin, materials. Yeah, some materials because I did change from block one, from block zero to block two. And now they are misconfused. They say, what? Block one, block two? And they start doing. So the texture really messed up, okay? It's not the purpose of the video is not the texture, but as you see here, something is selected should not be which I don't know what it is, but maybe eyes or something. Or it's just the renaming when I did rename. For example, okay, let me see. This is block three. This is block two. This is block one. Okay, and this, yeah. So when you select this, they did select did it select this with this, and I have no idea why. Even though I did, yeah, yeah, I know why. Okay, so deselect, 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 and I know why. I know why. Exports FBX because this. Everything else should be default. I will give you one view to for you to remember how it looks like. Okay, I will expand everything. Okay, expand it from the top. Okay, from the top. Look from the top. Nothing is changed, but one is selected object, and then I'm gonna scroll down for your eyes. Everything should stay as default. Don't touch anything. The added leave modes should be checked. Everything should be checked because when they say you have to uncheck it, I don't know why. Why they do that? Because once you do play with this, and nothing gonna work. Okay, nothing gonna work. Yeah, we did select, we did export, so we will cancel and we're gonna do it again. Boom, boom, boom. Again, zero skeleton from 16. And now, again, yeah, we still have the problem. Even we name it 1, 2, 3, they still say us that blah, 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 they have a problem. So delete missing texture. Deleted missing texture. So we have some missing texture. We're going to set the texture directory. I don't have really a texture directory, okay? So we're going to randomly go to images and okay. No, did not find it. So yeah, yeah, I will fix that later. I will play with the texture. The texture is out of the scope of this video. I'm not gonna negotiate the texture with those people. Those people, I mean, I'm view. There's nothing to negotiate with them. When you come here to show the texture, the poses, you show the poses. When you show the texture, the video will be too much long. So yeah, as I said here is a Y because they remember it. As I put it to Y, they remember. Now it's not minus Y. They just remember it. So be careful with this direction because it is the way the object will be facing. By default, if you are in a white room, you just do a minus Y. Minus Y is the answer to this room. This one, you do minus Y. But here, other here we do just Y because there is no minus because I just wanna don't wanna flip my head around. I just wanna. There is other rooms. If you want to go choose on other rooms, you can choose other rooms. But for me, you can go to shop and find the ID of the room, and then you can put the room in. So yeah, blah blah blah. Exports, imports. Now we have two messages instead of one, and that's not good. Ah, the material, yeah. Zero, material 0, 1, 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2. It's the same. It's just, I was trying to trick them, lazy way, just changing the names and see, but no, even if you change the name. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God, I am proud of myself. Wait. So, this exactly in Blender, what you see in Blender is exactly what you see in here, okay? Let me change the pose. Here. Ah, this is why I'm telling you ZY and YZ and ZY. Let's do it here. Okay, let's do it here. Import VPX, blah blah blah. Yes. Haha, you see now why I'm telling you there is a Y axis and there is a Y axis. Yeah. Hey, must be smart. So there is minus y here, minus y import. Yeah, they will say blah 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 about the texture. Not my problem. Apply. You see now? You see here is with a positive z. Here is a positive z. So here is a negative z. So the negative z is more correct than the positive z, and I am done with this room. This room, I did only show you this room to make you understand that the dimensions they are not the same. Look at the sitting pose. Where is the sitting pose? You see? Look, but look here, the sitting pose here. Okay, okay. Now you understand. So I'm not gonna work with this. This I'm not gonna work with it. You need a special room to work. If you need a special room, you go to the shop, find a room, and then go and bring it here. Yeah, I'm gonna close that. Bye bye, messy room. Now we have this pose perfectly, floor, etc. If you want to make the sitting pose, this is my last thing I'm going to show you is two steps. How to bring external mesh. The external mesh we can bring easily like file, import, and px. I have a friend that she did ask me to help her, so she left her mesh with me. You can use that. Her name, Mrs. Sky Ryuko FBX. See? So yeah, I'm know that the mesh will be sure. I'm gonna click dots period. Look around with using the directions on the keyboard. Yeah, you see, it is small. So we're gonna go edit mode, select everything, press on S. Yeah, and okay, I'm gonna zoom out. Yeah, it is selected. Make sure it is still selected. Everything select all, and now S and press on 10. If you see 10, hey, where is the other man gone? Okay, I think that he is selected too. So we're gonna Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Yeah, we're gonna save this as version one. Okay, I like the version, so I keep it version one. If you want to do version two, you name it version two. I'm gonna keep it now. I'm gonna redo the things I did. So I'm gonna make sure you deselect everything. Okay, first, before you select anything, you do None or Alt A, and then the cursor is centered. Yeah, if the cursor is not centered, you F3 for the menu. F3, you do Origin or Cursor, and then I don't know why people keep sending me messages, and I don't know how to stop it. Okay, I don't have. Sky WhatsApp anywhere in here. I don't have Sky. I don't have WhatsApp. I like it. I like it. It's working by itself. When I restart my computer, it will be starting again. Okay. So I have OBS. I don't have WhatsApp. I have no WhatsApp in here whatsoever. Yeah, I don't have WhatsApp. Even when I click WA, is nothing showing here. Okay. So the process, I don't know from where it's working. I need to find it. So I'm sorry for the messages. You may see Arabic messages here from time to time. We're gonna see Arabic messages. I hope that not does not confuse anybody. Yeah, origins. You do 3D cursor to world origin. Here is how you center exactly in the root. Okay. So yeah, added no import FBX or object. You can import any format you want. We don't need to find it because you already have it. It is selected edit mode, but why why had what happened when I why the kids mesh is so we're gonna control Z. Okay, here we're gonna do control S, save. So what's happened? Why the mesh color? I did deselect everything, so none. Okay, none. Select nothing. Maybe I'm gonna select the root if things goes messy. I'm gonna select the root. Now we're gonna import. Maybe it's the format the MPX format. Maybe it's not a good format for me to play with. So let me S scale. Okay, cancel. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the object, and we cannot. Mm, seriously. Yeah, here is the. Ah, I see. I told you that the FBX was a mess. The camera and the lights should never be selected when on the FBX. Block display only block ceiling. Am I on the am I having the right architecture? Let's see. Yeah, this is a full tree now. This is full. We have stand in, sit, stand in, sit in, sit in. And then we have fruit, roll, and wall. We have roots, but we have something here like block mesh, modeling vertex, wall display only. This is for wall. And the ceiling, we have Miss Ryuko, and that's not what we want. Yeah, we don't want. We don't want the ceiling to take the mesh. We want the floor to take the mesh. So maybe if we click and drag and go to the floor, yeah. Now the floor is the one who's holding the thing. But yeah, I'm gonna select this one exactly. This is the material. So I'm gonna select this one. Now we're gonna try and go to edit mode. I'm gonna scale 10, 100, 1000. Okay, 1000. I'm gonna scale 1000, right? And now you can make it smaller. But now 1000 for now. We're gonna see that we are centered. Are we centered? Okay, we're gonna see first view. Yes, we are centered. Are in the center. So now we can place the mesh first before you do any editing on it. You're gonna select the mesh G A Z G Z. You go as you want it. Make sure you have it the right way. Maybe you can expand this floor because I really like it. I'm gonna exit the edit mode. I'm gonna select the floor and we're gonna enter the edit mode because if you don't do that, IMView will not see the effects. Now we have a beautiful floor for this. You can scale it on the z-axis. Okay, yeah. And because my eyes hurt, I'm gonna do the same thing with the wall. After exiting from the edit mode, you exit, you go enter again in the exit mode, and then maybe the scale is all like this, but we will have a side like this. So we're gonna scale it on the y-axis or x-axis, depend on which view you are doing. We're gonna move it back like this. Yeah, now we have big things. And with the ceiling, I think we're gonna exit edit mode. We're gonna go object mode, grab the ceiling where you cannot see it. The ceiling you can do a lamp. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Like you're gonna select the ceiling, go to edit mode. Uh, I'll show you a shortcut like really fast. You can edit this by Control R and move your mouse wheel and then confirm and then control R, and this is how we cut it. This is we cut in parts. So I don't want to do that, but control R and then mouse wheel and then confirm, and now you can select faces like this. Control E, you just E, you do E extrude. So now we have like, you can call it a, you know, a disco lights, or the lights of the some decoration, like, hey, it looks like something familiar. Haha. Okay, we can make it looks more weird. Yeah, boom. Alt A or deselect. Alt A. I keep cursing. Okay, for Alt A. Edit mode. No, don't want no edit mode. But why we have this in edit mode? So yeah, it's not Alt. When I want to click on Alt, when I click on Start. So yeah, Start Windows is really annoying when you click on Start Windows. So yeah, we have kind of ceiling. You can make it as much complicated as you want. So yeah, now that we have everything explained and we can play, we're gonna remove them. Okay, we're gonna remove them. We're gonna remove the ceiling like this. Remove, then remove. I like the wall maybe, but yeah, for sake of this tutorial, we're gonna remove. Where is the root of that? Here it is. Yeah, there's so many layers. So that was the wall, right? We're gonna check the name from here. So yeah, that is the wall. Gonna delete the ceiling. I'm gonna keep the ceiling because that's how I know if my mesh is really on the right place. And I like the ceiling here in the preview. The ceiling is perfect, so I'm gonna keep it there. Now you can have a really clear view if you click on the first view like this and you zoom and maybe I know that you are using this button. So yeah, you see now? Okay, this is how much this space between the floor and the mesh. See? You can adjust that on your preferences. Not gonna play too much with that. Control space to have clear view. Yeah. Did I miss anything? What is this? Hmm? This is the wall, but I think I did the okay. Control space. I think I did the this is another ceiling. This is another ceiling. This is another roof. Okay. Move the ceiling. Remove the wall. Here is the wall. Here is the ceiling. The floor. You have a block mesh, and you have two seats on it. Nice. Okay. So control space again. So and yeah, those are the basic. Oh wait, yeah, those are the basic things we need. We need root, stand in pose, and sit in pose. When you move that square, make sure that everything moves with it. But when we have a line in here, you see, when you put here, this is look, this is a line. This shows that we are on the right setting. Okay, so yeah, now we can place the avatar and duplicate the avatar, but we're gonna test first duplicating the avatar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select. But hey, why you are stuck in my head? Okay, this one we're gonna move it a little bit to the back, where it should be like this. Actually, the way I seen Ampu doing it is they go to the edit mode and then they are moving it backward. Then they are G and on the Y axis like this. So in the edit mode they are doing it. I don't know if it is safe to do it in the edit mode, but yeah, testing is your best friend. Yeah, now what we're gonna do before anything, we just wanna select the mesh and select the roots, okay? And we're gonna parent that because that's the only thing you need to be parenting. You just parent this one to this one, and I'm view and Blender will keep track of everything else for you. If you do exactly the steps I show you, you select the seed, and then you select the other seed, and then you select this. You parent it, and then you select this mesh, and you select the root, and you parent it. So those three should be this one and this one and this one. They should be parented. Then the root and the mesh, by selecting the mesh first and then selecting the root line, those have to be parented. And those are the only two parents you need to make. Okay? So we are parenting rules. We don't parent children. So the children, they are already parented by iView by default. You see, when I move that, it's moving. So yeah, we did parent the mesh with the root. So now the mesh should be visible, and you can now move this one anywhere you want, as long as look they have a connection to the roots. Okay, now we're gonna duplicate Select first. Okay, we're gonna have a better view to select him alone like this. Okay, so we select him alone. Yep. Now we're gonna shift D or duplicates. Boom. You see, we have look. We have a second line coming from here. See, a second line. That's what we are looking for. So he did inherit the the settings, so we don't need to parent every time. So now we're gonna do one in here. But remember to when you want to move objects, you don't need to select everything. You just select this one, okay? But when you duplicate, you have to select everything to duplicate, and you have to select everything to export, okay? This one, as I said, make sure you are not selecting the small cubes. Okay, when you are selecting the small cubes, is not healthy habit. It is working, but it's not healthy. So we're gonna select the big cube, and we're gonna move this woman, like for example, behind. Okay, like this. Yeah, they are flying. She should not be flying. Yeah, should be realistic. So I'm gonna G X Y. Okay, X Y in, and then now that we have the floor, we are not worried. Okay, now we have the floor. Have the woman. We can tell. Okay, dots and number one. So yeah, this is a beautiful view. So now we know how much she will be flying, and now I am showing you this is very advanced. This is the professional way of doing it. Okay, how you measure and how exactly in Blender you should be exactly looking as in this place. I did not fix the texture. I will do a special video for the texture. When it comes to texture, I will make you impressed of what I can do with the texture. A texture, I can do a lot of things with the texture, but for the sake of this tutorial, I don't want the video to be forever, like hours of work, but yeah, I'm just doing it fast, 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 without fixing the texture or nothing. I will do special for the texture. Like for example, if you want this girl to be facing away, you select the girl, you do R like for rotation, and you do Z on the Z axis, like vertically, and then boom, she is facing away. And if you want her to put her back on the wall, like for example, or yeah, to be there, yeah, here she is the one holding her name. Yeah, uh, Shift D, select Shift D, select put, but always those lines have to be visible. This piece of connection. This is the parenting. So we did select that and select that. We already parented. Select that is already parented. So everything is parented here to the root. Okay, the mesh is parented to the root, and those big squares that are the root of everything in here, they are the root of everything there. So yeah, I think you understand now how exactly it works. So the pose should not only one square, but all the squares should follow, all the squares should follow, all the squares should follow. Okay? If it's not parented, and then you need to parent them manually. If it's not parented, then you're gonna click this one, click this one, click this one, click this one, and then you're gonna click this one in the end, and then you're gonna control P, and then you're gonna parent or keep transform. Okay? So if it's not parented, then you need to parent them by itself. Don't parent everything every time. You parent everything every time. No, that is a mess. So parent this alone. The sitting pose should be parented alone. This should be parented alone. When you're done, when you have this result, like moving this guy will move everything, and then we're gonna, parent them. You're gonna select the small, the big one, and the big one, and then you're gonna parent it to this one. Okay, make sure you are selecting the right ones, because if you don't select the right ones, and the last step is to select the mesh and select the root, and now you can parent again, control P to parent, but I'm not gonna do it because we already done. Also the floor was parented to the root, and you can have multiple mesh in here without joining them to be in one mesh, but you can be separated mesh on the here, but it's gonna be one mesh in here. Okay, so yeah, that's how we do it. I did import the objects, I did replace the original object, I did do everything as it should be done on Blender, but that is far from being real when it comes to IMView. Sometimes works, Sometimes you did miss something on the road. Sometimes it's a bug. Sometimes you forgot to save. Blah blah blah. Sometimes things happen. Okay. So yeah, at least you understand what it should be done. So when things happen, you can start all over. And that's why I'm telling you, should always say never save, but save as, always save as. And here you can double click and do version 1, then the version 2, and then you can add a comment here. You see final, okay, you do the final or perfect, final perfect, whatever, okay, and then you do save as and make sure we are on the test folder. Yes, we are on the test folder. I forgot to export. Okay, did we export? I'm gonna go. Everything is selected. We did deselect the avatars with shift double click, but the double click should be slowed down. Don't do a fast double click because that will not be furniture nodes. We're gonna replace the one we already have. This is a bad habit, but we can do it because I want to go fast. So now we're gonna load, but first don't never forget things getting complicated when you forget a few steps here and there. Like now, I have too much objects to delete before I import again, and that's why I'm telling you instead of doing all of this, you can just close this one, click on yes, one clicking here, and then create mode, and then you go and do it again from here. Yeah, that's where you make sure that nothing is wrong with your products. Remove this trash that serves nothing and blah blah blah. It is broken, and then boom, I am never get broken. See, we did save a small material, but another material is not saved. So yeah, and now you know 0.01. Never mess with this one. Keep it as default. But here's 0101 import, and then we are done. We are finished. This is the end of the video. Uh, I don't know why it takes so long. Okay, it takes so long. Light changes. Maybe because the mesh is big, but as you see, voila. Okay, we can do this, we can do that, we can go to the room. As I said, another room like this, they will tell me you don't have it, and then we're gonna make this. Okay, so yeah. Oh, my floor did disappear. The floor disappeared. That's what I'm looking for. So I see why the floor disappeared, because this room has, you see, my texture is here. This room was doing exactly as I did. So, see, I understand. This room was doing exactly as I did. So, what we should do? Yeah, you know what you should do. You should go here, select the floor, G on Z axis, a little bit up if you want it to be visible. If you want to override the things, and then select everything, shift click, and then another click, shift click, and then another click. With the shift on, you maintain the shift, and then click and another click. This is the hard part, is selecting objects. Okay, selecting objects is always hard for creators. I think I did make a mistake, so I'm gonna do select everything again. I'm gonna shift select. Okay, shift select, select. Okay, and shift select and select. Okay, now I'm gonna do it again, export, and this is the last export I'm gonna do for today because I think you got the idea. Okay, you got the full idea of what we are doing. Yeah, here we're gonna pop up and meshes. We have too many meshes. You see, the I'm view is suffering. I'm view is suffering. The meshes are too big for him, and it is less than 2 MB. So you can go tell that to someone else. Boom, boom, and then we are done. So I feel good. Import, import, import. I am satisfied with the results because the same view we have on Blender is the same view we have on IMView. Okay. Apply, apply, apply. Now, as you see, it's not perfect, but you can see the leaves. Let me see what we have here. It is a little bit flying. It's flying a little bit. Why? I will see why. Because we did not measure it professionally. We did do it blindly. We just closed our eyes and raised it too. But if you want to press number one, and then we're gonna zoom out, shift middle mouse button. You see, yeah, here is a zero and here is a, yeah, it's sure it is flying. Yeah, it is flying. So we can select that, G, Z, and you know, a little bit, yeah, like this. Yeah, you have to keep playing with this again and again and again, especially if you don't have the real resolution, you don't have informations about what you're doing. So yeah, you have to find a way to automate this and save it as a preset. For example, I can delete everything. I will delete everything and keep the floor only as a preset. Okay, but that is an industrial level. You need to be a company. You need to be organization and have workers under your commands. I tell you, this is the professional way of doing it. Okay, so yeah, now we're gonna import, and this is the last import, as I said, just for clarification for you to. Yeah, you see how much time it takes for me for it to load? It takes forever to load. I forgot to remove the mesh. Yeah, I forgot to remove it, so I'm gonna remove it now. Look how much it takes. It takes forever. It takes forever, and it's telling me too much messages because I forgot to remove the mesh. I'm gonna apply. I don't care. Now we have a standing pose here. God knows why. Okay. Let's see what do you have here. I have sitting pose exactly where we did put exactly pose. Why we have the back? Yeah, we have it here exactly. Ah, so that was the room. Okay, the room they are putting that in the room, but my room is not like that. As you see, the floor, because I like the floor, I want my floor to be visible, okay? I want my floor. I know how to hide my floor. I know how to hide it. And yeah, I forgot to show you of the triggers. Triggers, you can add the triggers and you can here do a lot of things. You can do voice and you can do actions, okay? Actions, properties, type, avatar, and you can do things but not in the furniture panel, but yeah, in other panels you can do triggers, and you can do triggers to the room, like here you can select the room and you do triggers like trigger I don't know what, and then we have new so I don't know what is that. That's I don't touch that. Yeah, I don't touch that. Yeah, OGG, remove action, we highlight, yeah, action ensemble. Yeah, it's here. So this is why we need the call 3D. The call 3D, XAF, XMF, those we export from Blender. That's gonna be for another video how to add the triggers. So for me to have triggers, the FBX format is not enough. You see, even if we have FBX format, we still need to. I'll show you an overview fast because the video is gonna finish here. So if you want triggers, triggers. You have to go to add-ons, as I said. You have to go edit. You go to preferences. You go to add-on. You download the add-on from iView. Install the add-on called 3D, the called 3D add-on, and then you don't forget to go back to preferences and then again enable the add-on. When you enable it in the export mode, you're gonna have XAF, XMF, XSF, those formats that you need for here. I don't know why there is no FBX. Why it is not added ensemble added? No, this is not exactly what I wanted to do. So yeah, there is no FBX here. So what we do, you import FBX, but when you come to actions, you need to export another format. Like when you select the skeletons, the nodes, the empty, the invisible boxes. You select the invisible boxes. You come here, export as XSF for the skeleton, S for skeleton. So the skeleton is S. You select the mesh. You come here. You do XMF. Okay, M for mesh. Animation. You do XAF for mesh. Material. You do XRF. Texture is XRF. So you instead of FBX and you export everything. No, you're gonna select skeleton XSF. Select mesh. Export Here, export XMF. So XMF, XSF, XRF, and XAF. Those are the formats. The mesh alone, the skeleton alone, and the texture alone. Now, when you have that, you can add an animation as XAF. When you click that, they will tell you, give me the XAF. I will do that for another tutorial, but now I'm just giving you an idea. This is P for morph. If I do understand, yes, it is for morph. I do remember. This is for morph. This is for animation. This is very advanced animation. And you have to do a skeleton somewhere. Yeah, XSF. Okay, here you do. We have two skeletons. One from the chair where it derived from. It is still in there. I don't know if this is taking extra megabyte. If it is taking extra megabyte, then I will go and find the settings how to completely remove this. If anyone knows how to do that, yeah, you have the comments. You have me in private. You have when you see something is it need to be discussed. I like to be discussing things. Okay, so yeah, something changed it. Don't know what it is, but yeah, something has changed because I did play with the actions. Actually, I have to remove that because yeah. Um, did I choose the root node root? Yeah, chair. Okay, yeah. I'm on the right, Smitu. Yeah. So yeah. Um, should I remove anything from here? Yes, I should remove the old one. Okay, remove. Yes. Okay, we'll keep the new one. Oh, I did remove the new one. I did remove the new one. So yeah, I will do it again. Import furniture. Sabi, the video is finished here. I think you already know all the mistakes. We have one mistake is the texture and how to add the triggers. So that's we're gonna fix later the texture and the triggers, and you're gonna have a complete product like that. Then when you're gonna start letting your imagination free, and then you can do anything you like. Okay. So yeah, boom, 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 boom. We're gonna take this view. See the dots we have one on the top, one down here. Yeah, and they have another one. Yeah, we will see why. We have other one there. So in Blender. So well, I don't know why, but yeah, we have this one should be sitting, two of them sitting, and one is standing. Let me see. So one of them decided to be standing, even if I did copy the sitting pose. The standing pose is taking place. Now we're gonna need to debug, okay? I need to debug and see exactly when you copy a sitting pose, the sitting skeleton has been cancelled. Okay, they cancelled the overwrite it, so it should not be overwriting. So it is in the name, in the name. So we're gonna see what name we have here. So the big square and control space seat sitting as one. Mhm. Mhm. Maybe we're gonna change this to something. Oh, okay. Select, 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 select. Oh, you cannot name. You cannot change name. No, I can. Ah, it's laggy. I don't know why I keep lagging for now, but 01, we're gonna do 02. Okay, we're gonna do 02. But 02 is the standing point. You see? 01 is the standing point. 02. So we're gonna do 01. No, we're gonna do 01, and then we're gonna do sitting, and then we're gonna remove the dot. Okay, we're gonna remove this dot. We're gonna see now. Okay, if it's not working, I'm gonna keep renaming, renaming, renaming until I found the solution, and then I'm gonna cut the video and show the solution at the end without. Okay, I can do that. Okay, okay. Export again. As I said in every video, if you want to be a creator, be prepared for this loop of doing the same thing. Okay, we're gonna, click, get out of here because it's getting really, really messed up by every project, every room. So we're gonna avoid click yes on every time. Should not click yes. Don't want to say that. I should click no, but not. Never click no. Okay. So is the I hope the naming was the problem, because if it's not the naming, I have to find out why is taking a sitting pose as a standing pose, even if it is copy from a sitting pose. Yeah, import and prepare to apply, and it takes forever because we have a real mesh here. Have a real mesh. So yeah, it's see. Ah, it is standing as I expected. So yeah, the first one is sitting, but the second one is standing. Let's see why. Let's see why. Because because the first one is the original, but the second one is a copy, as you see here. So the first one was original, but the second. So what we're gonna do here? We're gonna do seat number two. Okay, we'll do, but we're gonna do sittings. Okay, gonna seat number two, seat 02 sitting. Okay, we're gonna see what is the name of those two. What is the name? So seat number two. Ah, we have a problem in the naming. Okay, we have a name problem. Name is that's when you duplicate. When you duplicate, and then you have naming problem. Okay, so this .001, we don't want that. I heard about some softwares that can automatically rename things, but I don't know. Anyway, I will just do it manually for now and see if that was really the problem, and then we are fucked up. Okay. Um. Yeah. Yeah. It is the naming. Okay. You cannot name it number two. You cannot name it. And handle number two should not be called number two. It's called number one. But number two, 001. So I don't get it. Yeah, it must be a problem with the naming. I will just keep it like that and go test again. There is a problem with the namings. We cannot just copy things like that. Like from see. There is a problem with the naming with names. Maybe you should parent it again, but how does they know that this is the sitting pose and this is the standing pose? How they will know that? If there is a handler 001 and there is handle 1, then why handle? You see, this is the handle number 2. This is not a handle number 1. Ah, this is the handle number 2. So the naming have sense. Yeah, this is should be handle number 2 is standing pose. So when I'm viewed as C, the name, they just assume, yes, exactly. This is a pitch number 2 standing. So what is the name of this? Handler, we should do handle 1, and then we'll do sitting. See? Okay, let's see now if anything happened. Like, let me see. Yes, handle 1 sitting. And what is the name of this guy? Just handle 1. Yeah, yes. So I'm gonna name it handle 1 dot sitting. Seat number 2, this should never be the case. But I'm gonna do seat number 2, I'm gonna do sitting, I'm gonna do seat number 2 sitting, and this seat number 2 standing. Oh, yeah, it's a mess, but you'll never know which one did work. Is it this one? Is it this one? So the naming is a separated topic. Now, if you want to copy and duplicate, you have to be careful with the naming. Okay, be careful. I still don't know what is it 0102 or 001 or see. That is not my mistake. It's not my mistake. They are the one who making confusing things to people, and then when you tell them this is too hard to do, they will tell you, "Hey, there is other people can do it. Other people, there are a few VIP guys that have a direct contact with some staff. Okay, And those when they need something, they go say, "Hey, can you show me how you do this?" That is not the way professionals have to write a documentation for their clients. Okay, when you don't care about your clients and your clients doesn't care about you, oh, this is a mess. So you have to improvise, little bit of testing. This is why I do this video. I do this video for you guys to have an idea of the real creating problem. Real creating. The real creating problem is not creating. You have to create the same thing, even if the settings are changing. Too much settings are changing. I fixed it. I fixed it. I am glad that the video did finish and I found exactly why I'm few is not explaining everything. They have to explain the names. I seen somebody explaining the names before, but here's the end of the video. I'm sure I did 1 hour in this video, maybe more. So until next time, we are done with the furniture. Okay, we're done, guys. We're gonna, let's try. Boom, and you know. Let's see if it is the same direction. Yes, it is the same direction because this is not a noob room. This is a room for creating, okay? But it's not really for creating, but it looks like the room we use for creating, a little bit darker. So I like it. You can sit here, you can sit here. So as an overview, before I close the video, as an overview, this is getting heavy. We're gonna close it, exit. Yes. So as an overview, here is the resume. We have the woman standing. We have the man sitting. But when you copy the man to another man, they can't they rename it. So when you call it number two, when you call it number two, the catcher number two should never be called number two. Okay, it should be called number one sitting, number two sitting. Yes, you can do that. Number one sitting, number two sitting, and you can do seat one sitting and seat two sitting. Okay, but when you want to do standing, you have to do sit to standing. So dot standing is the way they show the avatar is it should be standing or should not be standing. For a custom pose, if you want a custom pose, then you need the avatar skeleton, and then you select the root with the avatar skeleton. So the avatar will keep the shape of the pose. Okay, but these avatar have no skeleton. They don't have the bones, the invisible squares they don't have on it. So this only for furniture, but it's not for the pose. For have more pose features, you have to open another project, have the skeleton, which is those bones invisible for the head, for the hand, for so you have to import a full avatar in here, delete the mesh of the avatar or ignore the mesh, but parent the roots to the roots of the skeleton. I can do it in front of you, but that will be for a special pose, and the special pose I will do it in the video of rooms, how to make a room. So for the video how to make a room, I will explain to you, inshallah, how to have a custom pose, because the room is not too much blah blah like in the furniture. The furniture have too much blah blah, but the room is just one big space with a lot of spots to put yourself in. But here, if you want customized pose, then you have to import the full avatar with the skeleton, and then parents the root to the root of the skeleton. Like that, the shape of the skeleton will be memorized in the root. So when you export everything, you remove the mesh, but you keep the skeleton, which is you're gonna import with the avatar. So you keep the skeleton of the avatar. You have the hands and legs and everything, and then this one will carry the skeleton and will take it to MView without the mesh. I repeat, without the mesh, but the mesh should be a furniture like this. So this is the mesh. We remove the avatars. Yeah, so the naming was like this. Seat number two standing. If I copy this, like for example, I copy this, I select, like first select, and then shift, click, click, and then shift, click, click, and then shift in the buttons, click, click. So yeah, now yeah, I'm sorry, I did click you on the button. I should not do that. Yeah, I will control shift D or duplicate from the menu, duplicate. Now we're gonna do like this girl, I want her, for example, to be sitting in front of this guy. So I'm gonna boom, go back, go back. What everyone expecting what's gonna happen is gonna be in front of him somehow, like staring that way. The naming. The naming we have, this is bad name. Now you understand the lesson. I'm glad I did not finish the video because I'm gonna finish now. And see, this number 2001, that's the same problem we had here before. So because if you really understand the video, you will be able to understand. Okay, you will be able to understand what's wrong with this. So we're gonna remove that. But we're gonna come here. We're gonna do seat number 3. Okay, because we already have seat number 2. So seat number 3. I'm sure something else in here. No, you just send. When you change it. When you change it on here, it change automatically. It change in here, so you don't need to change it 2 times. We just change it here. You don't need any software for this. You can do it manually. Let's test it out. I did close view. I did close view, but I'm gonna like it's not a science rocket to open it. So control boom, boom, control hop, hop, and the girl bye bye. This one too. Okay, I will move my camera because I don't know. Okay, one, two. Okay. Now everything should come with me. Export, VX, right. Okay. I'm gonna open view, not from there. Okay, from where? From here. And then IA, run program, IA, find view, and IA, I'm done. Yeah, this is the end of the video because all what you're gonna see now is a proof of concept that yes, the naming was the problem. I did solve the almost every problem that you're gonna face, except from the texture and the poses. So I can do a custom pose. If you want me to show you how to do a custom pose, you have to wait for the next video, because in the next video I'm gonna do a custom pose, and the texture gonna be in a separated video. The texture is alone. The texture is alone, and all the topic, the texture. But to finish with this, I'm gonna add a third video. I'm gonna add a third video. I was not expecting that, but yeah, I'm gonna add a third video for you to understand how customize it pose, how import the custom pose, how to pose yourself, and that will be interacting with the animation, and I have to be prepared for the call 3D. Called 3D plugin, the add-on for Blender to be able to do triggers. So I say this in the video for me to remember later what I should do. So I should do triggers, I should do poses, and animation. But later texture is another topic. So when you want to do texture really I'm not the best in the texture. Okay, I'm not the best, but I can explain to you the basics how it's done, and then you're gonna go to internet and start from there. As you see, the standing pose is perfect. Now we need to find. Oh, it is very close, huh? So look, very close and confusing. But the difference is when you are here, you are facing me, and here you are facing the other side. Okay, and here you are facing me. Here you are facing. I wish there is another person here to try with. I'm view. Can I invite somebody? Okay, so yeah, you don't test in here. You should test in the Blender. When you go to Blender, it. So yeah, as you see, the the standing the naming was the problem. Okay, so as a resume, before I leave, I will leave you with this picture. This is the full tree. This is the full tree. So what do we have here? Have standing number 2 and standing number 3. I have sitting number 1 and sitting number 2. Okay. So there is no 0.001 or port. No, you remove that, but you increase this one. You increase. There is a software and there is a setting for Blender to stop doing those the 001 and instead start increasing here. But I don't remember that as it is based on Python. You have to be a programmer to do that or download add-on. You have to download the add-on. I'm not working really. I don't work with the add-on. I'm gonna save the project, but I'm not gonna save it as a normal save, but I'm gonna save it as version 3. Version 3. I will do end, like end perfect. So yeah. Now you have the FBX. If you are not sure of yourself, then you have to make sure that um, make sure that I don't know. I forgot what I'm going to say. Yes, make sure that there is no 001. And make sure that there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. But then dot standing, dot standing, dot standing for the standing, and for the sitting. You're gonna sit one, sit two, but dot sitting, dot sitting. You can do here sit one. Huh? Look, you can do here sit one. Okay, you don't need a tree. We don't have tree. Okay, you have just two of them, so we're gonna name them properly for you to understand. It is just a number. We have no meaning, but the format have. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You see, when you rename it as the same name, he boom, he increased this. So this is what was the original problem. Okay, so we're gonna do number two. Yeah, so C1, C2, dot standing. The S is maj, is a big capital letter. If you know a small letter, I don't think that's gonna work because I was reading something about that in the news. But yeah, C1 sitting, C2 sitting. You can do C3 sitting, C4 sitting. Here, C1 standing, C2 standing, C3 standing. I have the stand one. You should call it stand one, okay? Not sit, but stand one. But yeah, seat sitting, and sit standing, sit standing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Dot sitting on. So those are the real name. Here you don't need to touch anything except from if the floor is taking the mesh, then it's okay. But if the ceiling is the one taking the mesh, no, it's not okay. Oh, yeah. You can now add walls. You can add other objects. You can add balloons, stars. You can add anything. But remember, this is just a furniture. Okay, it's just a furniture. It's not a room. You can do it crazy, but I'm not gonna go crazy, okay, on this one because I can do crazy things with that. I can like, you know, just to say a goodbye, have a goodbye. You can everything you can hear when you do that. You can play. Look how much settings you have. You have all the settings. When you go to empty, you go to female. And if you do this room in empty female and you know how to do the crazy thing, then this room you can play a trigger in any room. You can play a trigger and then boom, your name will be behind you. And the settings, people can sit on it. I don't want to go into that area of things. But yeah, you can do a lot crazy, 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 real crazy things with this. So let's call it a day. Remember the namings, remember the parenting, and remember the scale and the size. And see you next time. Yeah, bye bye.